TV News Channel 5.
New at 5, sheriff's deputies arrested the man they say is responsible for 3 people's deaths in West Palm Beach last month. 20-year-old Derek Jupiter, hurt in a shooting and crash on Belvedere Road, faces 3 charges of murder. Deputies said on February 19th, 2 cars crashed after a person in one car fired a gun at the other. 1 person died by gunfire, 2 others in the crash. Jupiter goes before a judge tomorrow. 2 people are dead tonight after a car smashed into a Delray Beach Publix. This was the scene at Lake Ida and Jog Roads when our crews arrived today. Investigators say the driver, an 80-year-old woman, lost control of her car and hit a man in the parking lot, then hit the building. The 71-year-old man and the driver died at the hospital.
A mother's moving forward with a lawsuit against her child's former school. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office arrested 47-year-old Piedad Mesa. She's accused of abusing a toddler at the King's Preschool Academy last year. Investigators say the video shows the teacher pushing the child's head back, forcing food into her mouth, bruising both her cheeks in the process. The school's attorney and the former teacher say that is not what happened. And tonight at 6, the child's mother talks about the arrest and challenges the school's version of the story. Today, family and friends gathering to say final farewells to a 13-year-old boy, Giovanni Sierra, laid to rest today. He was at a sleepover at his friend's Palm Beach Gardens home in Ballin Isles when police say Corey Johnson stabbed him to death. Johnson, police say, confessed to the killing and said he was motivated in part by ISIS-styled videos.
This week, Florida became the first state to offer bullied students vouchers to transfer schools. Supporters say students should have the right to an education free from intimidation. But opponents see the program as an attack on public schools. News Channel 5's Alana Quillen shows us how they're paving the way for other states.
Florida, now the first state to make private school vouchers available to students who are bullied regardless of income.
You hate anybody would ever be bullied.
Governor Rick Scott says the $41 million Hope Scholarship program offers up to $6,800 for parents to transfer their kids to a private school.
I think every parent ought to have as much choice as possible.
Tony Valencia Sosa worries about his son, who goes to a middle school in West Palm and has been bullied for years.
The child, he punched my son in the bus.
The boy's aunt, Jessica Dillmore, says it's gotten worse.
You kind of feel like, why am I taking him to this school?
With a classmate threatening him with scissors.
Where's the help to find out what went through his mind to make him think it was acceptable to hold scissors to another child's back?
Dillmore says the voucher is a nice option, but
what happens when you live out in nowhere and that is the only school? There's not a private school. Or when you don't have transportation to get your son or daughter to and from that private school, wouldn't it make more sense, instead of transferring everybody who's being bullied into private schools, to fix the problem in the public schools to begin with?
Well, there's still a lot of room for growth.
The voucher has even caught the eye of the Heartland Institute, a national policy think tank.
I'm glad somebody's finally doing it. Students shouldn't have to be trapped in a school that's unsafe.
They're watching how this new law plays out in Florida.
Watching how Florida does it and be working to try to get other states to do the same thing.
Alana Quillen reporting. According to some estimates, as many as 50,000 students are bullied in Florida schools each year. The new voucher program will be available the next school year.
Governor Rick Scott signed the new $89 billion Florida budget today, but before signing, he vetoed $64 million worth of projects he said includes things in his mind not needed in the budget process. And we'll look at that and detail all of it for you. Still a week away, but we're getting signs President Trump will be in our area next weekend. The FAA announcing flight restrictions starting next Friday. No word yet when Air Force One will touch down at Palm Beach International Airport or how long the president, seen here on a recent trip with the First Lady, will stay this time around. Attorneys for a former Palm Beach Gardens officer back in court today. They say they're having trouble creating a defense for Newman Raja.
I mean, literally, you walk out of Topgolf, you can walk onto the real practice facility, walk onto the first tee and play golf. That hasn't been done before.
A new place to practice your swing. A look at the $1 million plans to bring Topgolf to West Palm Beach.
And we continue to follow breaking news for you as PBSO deputies search for an armed suspect. Right now, Okeechobee Boulevard is shut down from Breezy Lane to Haverhill Road. Please stay clear of that area.
This is News Channel 5 at 5. Thanks for making WPTV your #1 most trusted news source.
New details, including a report that this situation with a gunman just coming to me who has been chased by PBSO and had been cornered in the 5500 block of Okeechobee Boulevard. I'm receiving a report just literally seconds before we went to air that he is now in custody. So this situation, deputies searching for a suspect, the initial report coming to them that this suspect had a gun and may have assaulted people at a business. As you look on at the gigantic traffic jam on Okeechobee between Haverhill and I believe Breezy Lane. Right now, the situation seems to have been diffused by PBSO deputies. Sources are telling me that this person with the gun who was in that area, and they were negotiating, trying to have this person give up his weapon, and I'm getting a report that he is in custody. PBSO has been working this scene, and of course, it's been such a volatile situation with people in and around the area. PBSO's prime concern, of course, was to make sure everybody was well clear of the area for safety's sake. We'll have updated reports, but again, late word coming to me that this person is in custody. We'll have more as it comes to us. New details today in the criminal case against Newman Raja. He's the former Palm Beach Gardens police officer who shot and killed local drummer Corey Jones in 2015. Defense attorneys told a judge they need more information about the charges against Raja, arguing prosecutors should be ordered to provide them. A judge disagrees. Contact 5 investigator Sam Smink explains the defense says they still won.
Defense attorneys for Newman Raja told a Palm Beach County judge they're having trouble creating their defense strategy, claiming the state hasn't given them all of the information they need. Raja is charged with both manslaughter and attempted murder. The defense says because of those dual charges, they need more facts, including which shot out of 6 fired by Raja killed Corey Jones.
And I bang, 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 and I fired about 2 or maybe 3 rounds.
In October 2015, investigators say Raja, dressed in plain clothes, approached Jones's car, which was broken down off 95. Raja claims Jones pulled a gun on him and he shot back in self-defense. But investigators say Jones's body was found a significant distance away from Jones's gun and that Raja lied during interviews.
We expect that justice will be served and the truth, just will come out.
In Friday's hearing, state prosecutors argued the defense was simply trying to learn their trial strategy. They also admitted that they don't know which shot killed Jones. Ultimately, the judge ruled against the defense, but Raja's attorneys told Channel 5 they still won.
The state announced today that they don't know. So in a lot of ways, we obtained the information that we wanted.
The defense plans to argue that Raja killed Jones in self-defense, and that will be taken up at a stand your ground hearing on March 28th. Sam Smink, WPTV News Channel 5.
New at 5, the state drops molestation charges against a former Indian River County Sheriff's deputy and said Steve Peak, we're told, pleads guilty to aggravated child abuse as part of a deal. Deputies arrested him in 2016 on 2 counts of lewd and lascivious battery on a child between 12 and 16 years old. A judge sentenced him to time served and 36 months probation.
This next video is a little hard to watch, a little scary. A ski lift speeds up and it sends skiers falling to the ground. At least 10 people were hurt in all of this. Wow, it was really going fast. This is a resort in the former Soviet Republic of Georgia. The government sent a helicopter in to transport the injured and the emergency ski patrol. That thing was flying. The manufacturer of the ski lift has been called in to investigate exactly what caused this. Well, imagine dangling 13 stories in the air waiting to be rescued. That's what happened to this guy, a window washer in Clearwater today. His rope harness malfunctioned. It left him suspended from his equipment until the rescuers could get to him. What they did was they attached a safety line. They broke out that window on a lower unit, and then they were able to pull him into safety. Boy, I bet he was glad to be inside that room. The worker was not hurt.
A federal investigation into Wells Fargo just got bigger. It now includes the Wealth Management Division. That, according to a new report by the Wall Street Journal. It says the Justice Department is looking into whether bank employees made inappropriate recommendations or referrals. The bank is already accused of opening millions of fake accounts.
All right, we set some record lows last night on the Treasure Coast of 0, 33. Fort Pierce, 34 degrees, and we have much warmer weather on the way as we head into the weekend. Temperatures soared into the mid and high 70s this afternoon. The wind's starting to come in off the ocean, and that's the big difference in the temperatures today. Tonight we'll be 10, 15 degrees warmer as we get into the 50s for overnight lows. And this rain that's to the north is all part of a weather maker that, at least in the short term, stays away. But eventually, some of that gets into South Florida. Unfortunately, not a whole lot of rain, but much cooler air once again. And look at our current temperatures. So we started off in the low 30s and we get up into the mid 70s on the Treasure Coast. That's a pretty impressive warm up. And here is a look at overnight lows. So it's a mix of 50s across and low 60s across Palm Beach County late overnight. It's a big change from last night. We were 46, I believe, in West Palm. And there's a look at Treasure Coast lows. You can see, well, we're 15, 18 degrees warmer than we were last night. So you will really notice the difference in the temperatures overnight. It'll still be cool, though, in the morning. So you may want to bring a jacket, at least a light jacket if you're heading out mid-evening. We do cool off, though, mid-60s and eventually into the 50s. High pressure with us through the weekend. And that is going to bring us a lot of sunshine. Warm weather for Saturday and for Sunday. You can see this next weather maker just stays to the north through the weekend. Now Monday it tries to make its way in, has a tough time doing it, and then little impulses in the atmosphere that slide across Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama, but don't make it in here. But it eventually does on Wednesday. Boynton, 81 tomorrow. A little bit of a chill in the morning, I suppose, but a much warmer afternoon. And our daytime highs continue to warm up. By Tuesday, 86 degrees. That's record high territory, and then we cool off to 79 by Wednesday with our next front, and even cooler for Thursday. Boating conditions looking good, and beachgoers fantastic. She's running about 1 to 2. I'll change that, and we have a light south wind tomorrow during the day, so it should be fantastic. At least early. The winds do pick up in the afternoon a little bit, but not much. All right, it's 59 overnight, low 50s inland and on the Treasure Coast. Starry sky, 80 tomorrow. Sunshine returns. It'll be sunny and warm and very pleasant. And the 7-day forecast has fair weather, low rain chances through the weekend and into Monday. Tuesday, a few stray showers, 86. And then that front rolls through a few early morning showers Wednesday, then sunny and cooler. And it continues to cool down as we get into Thursday and Friday.
Steve, thank you. Continuing to follow our story at the top of our broadcast, you're looking on at what was the scene of a standoff between a man with a gun who may have assaulted someone or someone's at a business, shutting down traffic as PBSO, worried about public safety, shut down a huge area of Okeechobee Boulevard from Haverhill to Breezy Lane. And now we are told that that person with the gun is in custody. Repeating, is in custody, according to sources I'm talking to. We're waiting for a live update from the scene, which I am told will be coming shortly.
Oh, you royal watchers, we're 2 months out from the wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Queen Elizabeth has officially given her consent for the two to wed. You got to have that or it just doesn't happen. The first 6 people in line to the throne must get the Queen's consent before they marry. Meantime, some rumors are swirling about who's going to design Markle's wedding dress. Royal officials are rather tight-lipped. We probably won't know the design of the dress until the day, like the wedding of Prince William and Catherine.
Oh, the day draws near.
Exactly.
I know people in my family were going to be like glued.
I'm not even that into the royals, but on things like the weddings and funerals, those are big.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Those are must-see, I think.
Yeah, it's going to get quite the worldwide audience.
Yeah, the countdown clocks are going right now.
Oh, yeah.
We're all waiting for the big day. Guys, thank you very much. I'm Jay Cashman, live in the newsroom. Coming up, all new at 5:30. We are picking up where Michael and Kelly left off here on that breaking news on Okeechobee Boulevard. We've just gotten word the westbound lanes of Okeechobee Boulevard just reopened as I'm coming to air right now. All lanes had been shut down. All of this as PBSO deputies took a man into custody who may have been armed and dangerous. We're going to stay on top of this developing story and bring you the very latest during the next broadcast. Plus, a police sergeant rushes into the rubble to save lives at the FIU bridge collapse. We will hear from her as she takes us through those tense, dramatic moments with lives literally in her hands. The stories more when Shannon and I see you for News Channel 5 at 5:30. We are staying on top of breaking news this half hour at 5:30. A part of Okeechobee Boulevard eastbound is still shut down. All of this due to a man with a gun who may have been threatening businesses along Okeechobee Boulevard. Both lanes were shut down. Eastbound is still shut down. Westbound now open. Team coverage tonight. This is happening in an area east of the Turnpike in West Palm Beach.
These once again live pictures right near Okeechobee Boulevard, not far from the Turnpike. Our Sabira Rayford's there live on the scene for us. Sabira, update us if you can.
Yeah, we just got word from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office that they did catch this gunman without incident. Now, he was actually right in this area of the 5500 block of Okeechobee. It caused major traffic delays. It looks like there is some traffic moving through now between the Haverhill area onto Okeechobee Boulevard. Now, there is a press conference coming up here soon, so we're going to have more information for you when that comes available. But right now, we can confirm that the gunman was caught without incident. He is in custody. Reporting live in West Palm Beach, Sabira Rayford, WPTV News Channel 5.